Doge is continuing its trek up the charts. A lot of people are looking at this as maybe a renaissance for Dogecoin. And what that might mean for you guys, we'll dive into that deep for you. My name is Paul Barrow. Welcome back into TechPath. I want to thank our sponsor today. That is Binance US. If you're looking at getting into crypto and you're looking at maybe your first exchange, or maybe you're thinking, wait a minute, maybe I need to move from an exchange I'm on and get into one that actually does some really good work for you. One of the things you can do over there is, of course, staking. Take a look at what they're offering right now in terms of staking: 6% on ETH, ADA at 4%, Solana at 7.5%, and even Matic up there at 9%, which is the one I really like. If you are looking at maybe swapping exchanges, maybe signing up on your first one, they've made a lot of new changes. We used to not accept Binance as a partner because they were slow on onboarding US customers. Something happened. They started really to ramp up their onboarding process and really put their customer service up front, and they've really changed things around a bit there. So make sure and check them out. You can also trade and convert Bitcoin with zero fees. So make sure you use our link in the description below. It helps us out and gets you in the right direction for your exchange. Let's talk about Doge and what's been going on with Doge. Now, a lot of people looked at this early on as, all right, this is a Twitter thing. It's an Elon, the Elon meme connection is there. And just full disclosure, guys, first, not financial advice, but more importantly is I still do not invest in Doge. It's something that I look at as a meme token. However, I still leave the opening, should Doge get truly connected into some sort of wallet application or tool set inside of social crypto, that to me has an intriguing opportunity, especially around what maybe Elon and his team are up to. Here was this story right here, just, everybody knows, skyrocketing with price again. Maybe you don't know. Maybe this is your first time in kind of learning the ropes of what is happening with Doge. Remember, Elon kind of set Doge on fire. Obviously, we saw the big buildup around the SNL skit, and all of that came kind of crashing down. But at the same time, Doge was one of the big meme coins that took a lot of pain too. But of course, now with his acquisition of Twitter, Dogecoin is on the move again. And again, this is a big, big move over a short period of time. So I think it's just a matter of time before we really start to see whether or not this can hold. And he continues to kind of ploy with it. This was just a little tweet right here, a little component right here. He only added a winking smiley as text. It was clear to the community that Doge will soon be integrated as a payment method on Twitter. If this is real, if payment is integrated into Twitter, that is clear utility, and that will change things quickly for the Doge community, and I think will change things overall around what maybe the future might hold for Doge. Rumors have also been circulating in recent days that he plans to make all users pay for $20 on a blue check mark. Doge could also be used for that purpose. Musk is also making good on his promises. I would probably buy Doge just for that purpose alone, just to manage payments on Twitter. Musk is also making good on his promises. Doge community is also evident in the fact that some Tesla products can already be paid for with Doge. Yes, we know that. Because of the massive influence in the market, some people may already call it manipulation. Yes, there are scenarios like that play into this as well. But at some point, you're going to see integration, I think, around a lot of these kinds of tech components for what's happening on social, for sure. I wanted to take a quick look over at Doge's social score. And obviously you can see it kind of moving up, and it has this big kind of price point. I'll show you some of our own data. This coming in from AltRank, but again, their number spiking, and we're seeing kind of I think somewhat of a flattening. But at the same time, at the end of the video, I will show you guys the current Doge data, especially around sentiment and what that might look like in trading, because it gets into volume. We'll show you that in comparison to TradingView, all that good stuff. One big news point for sure is that on our CPI, if you guys had not heard, I don't even know if I've tweeted this yet, so you may be hearing this for the first time. The Diamond Circle doesn't even know this. The Mastermind group does know it, and that is that we've gone to daily data dumps on the CPI, meaning Every day gets a data update. We're also going to include weekends as well. So this is going to give us a lot more activity. We've added some more researchers and some more data team to our team, so it's going to help us be able to keep up with that and give you guys more of an online all the time. And our goal is to eventually go to real time. So that's the biggest component eventually, whether that happens in 2023 from an app standpoint, that'll be the big point. That's where it's really going to help you with things like this right here, which is where you go to CoinMarketCap. You can kind of take a look at what is happening with Doge, obviously 7-day, 118%. This is minting some new millionaires too. So this is not something to scoff at, whether you like meme coins or not. The point is, and this kind of gets into a lot of what I talk about, is that technology moves forward. And when you look at something, and I'm a huge believer in where Twitter can go. Doesn't mean that it will go there, but I do think that there's an opportunity for what not only Elon, but also his compadres are up to in terms of innovation. The other thing that I think you're going to find, and we even talked about this today in the Crypto Pit, is the speed in which this may happen. And there's a lot that is coming down the pipe. So get ready. 33 million in Dogecoin shorts liquidated as price shoots up. Love it when those shorts get popped out. And you can kind of see some of the things here. Overall liquidations in the market, 261 million over the past 24. Record indicated about 100,000 traders are affected for their forced liquidation. 61 million were liquidated in Dogecoin over the past 24, but more than 50% of the value, representing about 333.11 million of liquidations, were in short positions. So again, good move. I don't understand why anybody would have shorted this, because of the fact I can't, because we've been talking about this for quite some time. Talked about BNB, what kind of tokens that you should be watching for as Twitter starts to roll out. I think Twitter is going to be on the front pages for a while because of the innovation, either that is pent up inside the Twitter archives of developers, or in the fact that many people that are, developers are coming in and saying, hey, this is fairly simple code set. We can make things work quickly. And they're even advancing this on the blue check mark for fees pretty quickly. They're talking like midweek, this next week. So there's a lot happening here. Very interesting stuff. Now over 1,000 Doge made millionaires, obviously as the price skyrockets. What I will say to you Doge millionaires is this, guys. Take profits. Take profits. Don't try to ride these never-ending FOMOs. Take profits. If you get a chance to back off and position and pull back your original investment, whatever it might be. But the key here, I think, on any investment right now, when you see these kind of moves, is to take profits. Granted, at the current pace, we may see Doge continue to move up the charts here. So right here is a Whale Watcher. 62% of Dogecoin wallet addresses now in profit. So there you go, guys. 62% of you guys should be at least coiling in some of that Doge dough and putting it into Bitcoin, Ethereum. Put it in some additional tokens to diversify your wallet and diversify your overall investment strategy. Again, not investment advice. We're going to be doing these market movers all the time where we have data, we have research, and we'll have even our own CPI stuff. Not investment advice. Hopefully this gets you going in the right direction. And and if you think about it from an aspect of strategy, really that's what it boils down to. Anytime, whether you're on Solana and you got caught, or maybe you're on some of these near protocol runs, or you've got XRP and you're up 30% since September, whatever the case may be, look at these opportunities and take them for what they are. Opportunities to take profit in a down market, which is, remember, don't get caught that this is not a down market. Dogecoin and Twitter, worst kept secret in cryptocurrency. It's all changing at Twitter, but I think there's some big opportunities here for sure. I'd be interested in getting your thoughts on what would be some of the killer apps within Twitter that you think should be initiated first. Just give me an idea, drop some comments, smash the like button if you think crypto payments are number one for you. Is that number one for you? I feel like that would be number one for me, is just crypto payments inside a social media platform that could actually attach to a wallet that I could deposit and withdraw from. That to me would be and could open up an opportunity for what he's talking about right here, which is super app. And it's a pretty interesting thread if you go follow Crisanti. Basically, the speculation around coming changes around what this might look like in terms of a super app. And I do think when you think about Elon's past, PayPal, Elon's future, SpaceX, Tesla, and the binding that requires society to communicate, developers to learn, finance to be able to transact, all those kind of things, Twitter is kind of that missing link that is an intriguing option. I think a lot of people look at this acquisition and say that it was, just a guy and his toys. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think this may be much more strategic. So anyway, cool stuff. He goes on to say he believes that Musk's intention is to build a super app under the X banner, which will incorporate instant messaging, social media, and mobile payments. Going to be huge. Make sure and drop some questions in over on the sidebar. We'll try to get to some of those as well. Clues that Musk is the Dogecoin whale. And if you look, let me zoom up on that right there, guys. Look at that balance. Man, oh man, right there. Nice little moves right here with Robinhood. You've got the Binance. We continue on down, Crypti. And you can just see these monsters that are in here waiting. So largest address currently setting into Robinhood, 28.52% right now over there on Robinhood, which is interesting in itself. Could that be the exchange also that, and we know when they listed Doge, the ramp up on that was huge, but I'm just kind of curious how much Robinhood is going to play into the future of where crypto could go, especially like things like XRP, things of that nature going in here. Here was a research expert quoted saying that the cryptocurrency exchanges addresses are characterized by the fact that they include inflows and outflows, but the mysterious address shows very untypical behavior for an exchange, raising the question that this is really a Robinhood exchange address. That'll be the question. Notes the largest holder acquired Doge mainly between July 19th and July 21st. That's a 41 billion Dogecoin, worth about 6.4 bill. And then you got February 10th. This was when Elon tweeted that he bought Dogecoin for his son. So don't know that there's a lot of correlation here, but you can kind of start to look at all of the things that kind of circle around this whole issue of where this is going. Dogecoin price prediction for November. And I'd like to know, do you guys think this is going to continue to run up as we see more? Because the minute we see a wallet, you can't imagine what Doge is going to do. I just in general, I think people just want to experiment. And that in itself, I think, will drive some inquisitive nature of new people not even in crypto right now. That to me could be pretty significant. You look at this right here, CoinMarketCap, community predicts that Doge will trade in an average of around 8 cents by the end of November. That's down a bit. And interesting, the value represents about a drop of 39% from the token's price currently at this pub. And that's about right, I think, when we look at, I want to just jump over to Doge on the charts. We're holding at 14, kind of goes a little bit sideways there for a minute, but still action kind of, volume still way up. I mean, you got to remember, guys, right back here, look at volume right back here, literally just on the 23rd and 24th, a week ago, versus what we're seeing right now coming in. Could we see a little bit more of a run here is the big question for sure. All right, let's go over to another thing I wanted to jump onto, and this is the guy who accurately predicted the Dogecoin explosion. Says Ethereum-based altcoin may be next. We'll probably see a few others, I think, because there are going to be some others that will play into this. Comparison, obviously the comparison being with Shiba, it's looking to break a line of resistance. And Shiba, if you look at the chart real quickly on Shiba, also has that trend line, but remember, it had that big spike up, and then it recorrected literally right there. You can kind of see it between the 29th, had that big spike, remember that, over the weekend? And then boom, right back down to where we are on Sunday, and then a little bit of a track for a recorrection here. We don't currently track Shiba in the CPI. We do track Doge just because it's so popular. Would you guys like Shiba in the CPI, in our power index, to where we track sentiment on an ongoing basis? Love to kind of get your feedback. Just let us know. Drop in on the sidebar there. But you can kind of see they think that this resistance, line of resistance, obviously Shiba and ETH coin, Analyst says 2 charts paint a beautiful picture showing similarities in a technical level. Could play out on this. Love to know your input too. Do you feel like there is going to be some movement here? Again, Shiba is a completely different animal, no pun, but it does have a lot of connection to what's happening, usually with Doge. And remember, Doge moving up to a top 10 token. Very interesting times right now. Very interesting times. Gaining 10% in a fresh rally. Dog season is definitely here for sure. All right, so we're going to get into some sentiment. I know we've got a poll coming in as well. This was one tweet that I wanted to showcase here. Official exclusive, this Shiba Eternity. This is a player's guide. It's going to be tomorrow. My birthday, November 2nd. There you go. This is a 1,000-page booklet. Details their new game, which will be interesting to watch. So again, more stuff around a lot of these. And listen, it's no different than what we'll see in the case of maybe NFTs and kind of that little renaissance we saw around the growth of NFT and the NFT marketplaces. Those are a little bit different because of the utility aspect. That's why I think Doge, in playing into what's the hands of Twitter and where this may play in a wallet, going to get very interesting for sure. Shiba payments also expand to 1 million more users through its integration. Again, more payment opportunity here, continues to kind of not only deliver, I think, for these communities, but it also starts to bring in a lot of intriguing thought around where is this going in the future, and are these currencies and these little meme coins going to be sticking around? So cryptocurrency supported by Binance Pay implies that users will now be able to send, receive, and make Shiba payments with Binance Pay. So and this is going to be for merchants, so it's a good opportunity for you there as well. And it's also got a little tool here called the 10% cashback. Again, these are strategies that you see a lot in traditional payment architecture, usually with merchant services, or it's some sort of royalties and reward programs that get implemented into payment architecture. If we start to see some of that with meme coins, and I think we will see more and more of this, remember, AMC might play into this. There's a lot of other retailers out there that could come into this around what Twitter is doing. So remember, don't forget, CZ, Elon, now investment, they're on the same cap table. So interesting times ahead for sure. Before we get into the sentiment, I do want to take a look at the poll. Let's see what we got over here. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, when will Elon Musk implement a Doge use case for Twitter? All right, everybody's seeing, looks like 2023. I think that's good timing. I don't think it happens this month. Don't be surprised if it doesn't happen as a Christmas present, because that's his, he does something. If you're not a Tesla owner, Christmas is actually a good thing for Tesla owners. Usually you get an update on their app on Christmas Eve. There's this whole thing that really kind of, everybody looks forward to. And I think, Elon is such a marketer, and he understands the value of that. And I think that in itself could put some pressure on development. Depends on how far down the wallet development was as to whether or not that's happened. Let's take a look quickly. As I said, here's the Doge chart. You'll take a look quickly here on the move. Let's look at that number that some of you crypto millionaires did since October 25th. On Doge millionaires, up 135% right now. Right now, painting out a 4-hour candle. Let's take a look at the sentiment. And if you guys are not in the CPI, get in there. We're adding more and more. We added Aptos in there, Stellar's in, VeChain, Hedera, Quant came in all in the last couple of months. We've got a few more tokens that are lined up. The question will be whether or not maybe we should add Shiba in here. Let's take a look at Dogecoin real quickly. All right, so this is the interesting component right here. Is right there, October 21st, and then bam, right there on the 24th is when we started seeing this movement. Crazy numbers right here. Right there was that number. Bam, bam. And you look at just this intersection of what the general market is holding, because this is the overall crypto sentiment, currently slightly down. I wonder if this is FOMC numbers right here. But anyway, with Doge, the other thing that's happening is amplification and top-line sentiment. Amplification is just kind of intent sentiment, so meaning people, hey, I'm going to buy a token, I'm interested in investing more. Those are amplification methodologies that causes growth versus sentiment, just general top line sentiment around people talking about it, more people liking something, more people spreading the news, sharing it, etc. That's your top line sentiment. When these two start to intersect right here, which is what you start to see right here on literally on the 31st, they get very close at 55.03 and then at 56.71. Another big jump right here. So again, that's today's data. So I'm watching Doge real closely as we continue to see this maybe continue to climb the chart. So interesting stuff. All right, I did not FOMO, just so you guys know. I have not bought Doge, nor will I buy it. The only thing that will make me buy Doge is when there is a wallet on Twitter and I need it. It's no longer an option to buy. It's a necessity because I want to use it on Twitter. And I would use that along with another Ether token or any other tokens that might include BNB. If that comes in, BUSD could come in there, become the Twitter dollar. Who knows what could happen around that? All right, let's go in here. Let's see here. PB, you said that you would add Shiba to the CPI. I know. Did I say that? Did I say that? Is there receipts? the pit's trying to check and see. Did we put receipts? Did we say that we were going to add it? I don't know if I ever said that. But I'm considering it. We are considering it. It is not something that's completely out of the possibility there. Rob coming in here. What do you think about Charles' comments on Twitter and the sidechain? Interesting stuff. Charles seems to, I think I have a love-hate for Charles. He always seems to kind of pile on like a dog, dog pile. You know how that works? No pun, but a little bit of a dog pile. Comes in a little bit late. Why not do this? I mean, everybody kind of knew this was coming, surely. Elon's trying to buy Twitter for months. You knew this was going to happen. Why wouldn't you have kind of maybe played into that and be there at the precipice of when it actually occurs? I don't know. We'll see. Waiting until a wallet on Twitter will be too late to buy. Well, see, that's the difference, right? You're thinking in terms of an investment. I'm thinking as in terms of a utility. So different format. Got a week to see what the Fed's going to do. We are going to do an FOMC for you guys. We're going to stream it live. We'll do just a quick analysis and kind of a recap for it. So make sure and check that out on Wednesday. Got to wait. Yep. With 40 TPUs, you think Dogecoin? Yeah. Be aware that there are some interesting things coming. Don't put it out just yet. Eli Tick says crypto bubbles overlay tool in Twitter. Interesting. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. I like that. Don't forget, what kind of features would you put into Twitter? Because I think that's a big one. What about WeChat? Well, when you look at WeChat and just in general, that's where a super app comes into play with what he's trying to do. When I say he, meaning Elon. And I think his tie-in to all things social, the potential of integrating a true blockchain or decentralized social media platform, it's going to be hard, but if anybody can do it, it's probably going to be someone like Elon. All right. Won't you miss all the gains waiting that long? Everybody is worried about me missing the gains on this one. I like that. Thank you for caring about me. I appreciate that. At some point, Twitter will need a governance token. Yes, that is true. That will be the point. When whales burn the amount needed, SHIB, things will move. I think you're right. There are some opportunities there on that. I like Flexa and Twitter, but I don't know if there's a match made in heaven yet there with Flexa and Twitter, for sure. Shiba Millionaires next. If we start tracking the CPI on Shiba, we'll definitely be able to kind of follow along. I'm with you, Paul. Sorry about dogs and Shiba Inu back in November. Has never got near the original investment. Keeping away from the memes. So anyway, good stuff out there. All right, listen, guys. We always try to, and just don't forget, we are kind of changing things up a little bit. We're dropping a few more videos, but not as many lives. I'm just kind of curious. Do you like that? Do you like shorter lives? Are you guys wanting more in depth? When we do an interview, it's a little different. Interview lives are usually a little bit longer, so make sure and give us your feedback. We'd like to get that. Make sure and smash the like before you get out of here. And if you're not in the Diamond Circle, make sure and get in. It's super easy and it's free. And of course, if you guys want to reach me, it's out on Twitter @PaulBaron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.